Corbin is 20 and was homeless before moving into supported housing. Mark is a project manager at the Corban project where Corbin is staying.
We're a supported housing project for young, vulnerable homeless people aged 16 to 25. We normally give people a year's support, and then really the goal is to help them move on.
Most of the young people are homeless due to family breakdown.
I basically moved myself from where I lived with my mum to Highwoods, where I was in a relationship for 4 months. That's ended, and in my mum's words and in mine, I basically pushed my family completely away due to how I felt about the whole situation and how they reacted. I had everything that I ever could dream of, and then suddenly it came crashing down. You're suddenly in a situation that you could never expect yourself to be in. When someone's homeless, you're basically all over the place. I felt I was. I felt like I had no one to turn to. I was only thankful to Corban project that I've been able to get back on my feet. And to be honest, I wouldn't be able to even have the relationship I have with my mum now if it wasn't for them.
Corban's story is not unusual, sadly, for a lot of our residents.
In March, a resident at the Corban project contracted COVID-19.
We did a full lockdown then, and we were only in touch with people by phone. Got 2 bathrooms, so we made sure one of them was the COVID bathroom. When I came back into work, I bleached down the bathroom, and we obviously had gloves and all of that stuff. So I think the only thing we haven't really had was protective face masks.
After that initial lockdown, they lifted restrictions slightly.
The thing we decided we weren't going to do, we obviously talked to the residents, but we weren't going to be policing how much they were in and out of the house, really. And we said, here's what the government is advising, and we obviously want to encourage you to stick to that, but also we recognise people's mental and emotional health is important too.
Me and the other residents know what we have to do, and we've all listened because we know that during times like this, you have to shut up and listen to Mark sometimes.
Lockdown has had its own unique challenges for Corbin.
For me personally, it's been a tough time, to be honest. Everything that makes you a person has just been stripped away, and it makes you question everything, makes you very vulnerable to your own emotions. I've not been able to see my family. I wasn't even able to go to my mum's birthday, sadly, which really upset me. Every May the 14th, I visit my father's grave. I had to stay away from my little brother, who was there at the same time. Not being able to comfort your own family in a situation like this is very emotionally challenging.
I think anybody with mental and emotional health issues at this time has been, particularly vulnerable, and not having access to the same support around that, it just kind of compounds that, really.
Exercise is an important part of managing stress for Corbin. So he has been inventive in terms of keeping active.
The gym has been my one place where I can deload and lose any stress that I have. Lucky for me, my support worker, her son had some dumbbells that he didn't use anymore. So she gave them to me. I built my own bench so I can do bench assisted workouts. Also have stones that I can lift. I also attempted to bring a log back home, but that took a lot of strength. It's still not fully home yet. Hopefully I'll be getting that on the weekend because it's still where I put it.
Corbin plans to enter some strongman competitions in the next year. And his support worker is helping him plan for his future.
We discuss my goals, what I want to do with my future life, and we then put in place different opportunities. So with my support worker, we've been looking at security work.
One thing that has been really slow is the work opportunities, isn't it?
Yes, very.
And I know that's the same, across the board, really. But obviously that's quite frustrating if people are keen to get into work.
He feels very fortunate to be at the Corban project during lockdown.
Loads of people in the whole world that have very little, and we're fortunate to have what we have. We have a nice TV. We can watch TV all together. We have our own kitchen where we can cook food. We have a lovely garden. We have footballs. We're spoiled, to be honest.
Corban has a message for others finding themselves in a difficult situation.
The world is tough. It's going to beat you down. But if you allow it, you will be stuck there. You have to work and you will get to the place where you dream to be. And one day you're going to open your eyes and that dream is going to be your reality. You have to put the work in. And if you don't put the work in, that reality will always be a dream. So if you're ever in a situation like I'm in, you may be at your lowest, but remember there's always a ladder to climb to get to the top. Being homeless doesn't change the person you are. It's or how people receive you if they're actually your true friends.